Yeah, one of Jamaica's most anticipated track and field meets is back for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic. The Racers Grand Prix is set for Saturday at the National Stadium in Kingston, where some of the world's best athletes, both local and international, are expected to compete. There has been some disappointments, Akeem Blake and Oblique Seville withdrawing from the meet, but excitement still looms as athletes like Noah Lyles, Sharika Jackson, and our next guest are set to line up. Who's our guest, you may ask? Well, he is the 2019 men's 100-meter world champion, Christian Coleman. Christian Coleman, how are you doing? What's it like being in Jamaica? I gather you got in about 24 hours ago. Are you enjoying the sunshine?
It's been going pretty good. Yeah, I got in last night, so I didn't really get to see much yesterday. But after practice today, after I left the National Stadium, I was able to ride around a little bit, interact with some of the people, get some good food. And I'm enjoying the vibes, man. It's been nothing but love since I've been here so far.
I heard you also got some really good Jamaican food today. Of course, I'm sure you would have heard from some of your American friends how good the food here is here in Jamaica. What did you make of it?
It was pretty good, man. I had some jerk chicken.
What did you have the jerk chicken with? Did you put pepper on it? Tomato ketchup? What did you have it with?
I just went plain Jane, man. I went plain.
Whoa.
I'm not too well versed in all the sauces and everything that you're saying. One thing I did try, I think it's what is it? Breadfruit? Is that what it's called?
Breadfruit, yeah. Did you have it cooked or fried?
It was fried. It was fried.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was something new. I tried. I had never had it before, so I enjoyed it. So I look forward to trying a few more things. As I'm here the next couple of days. So. Yeah.
Well, be careful, because us Jamaicans will feed you so much that you struggle to get out of the blocks on Saturday.
Yeah, I know. Before coming over here, I was told, don't try any new things until after the race. So I didn't try anything too crazy just yet.
And you got an opportunity to test out the stadium track, lovely blue track. What did you make of it? Bouncy?
Yeah, it felt pretty good, man. I felt really good in my warm up and getting some starts out there. I've obviously seen a lot of track meets at the National Stadium and watched it and seen videos online, but I never had the opportunity to come over here or actually get out there and compete in Jamaica. And so I'm super excited, for this being my first time, and I'm looking forward to hopefully running fast and trying to put on a show.
Right, and you're in Jamaica, so I have to ask you about Usain Bolt. You are one of the few men who could, actually say that you were able to go up against Usain Bolt and beat him.
Right.
Can you talk to us about that experience in 2017? Now that you're here, let's just hope he doesn't come see you, though, at the track.
I would love for him to come out and watch the race and see me compete, man. 2017, that was definitely, one of the best seasons I've had. I was still in college at the time, so I was a really young guy. And making it on that world championship team in 2017 was huge for me, and that's like the pinnacle of the sport. And so I was super excited, super wide-eyed, and didn't really know what to expect. And there was a lot going into it, with it being Bolt's last race. It was already, announced that he would be retiring after that season. And so I was just honored, and blessed to have the opportunity to line up with him. Obviously, I grew up, watching and loving track and seeing him win all of his medals. So it was a surreal moment getting able to line up and on the same line as him and able to come out on top of him. I mean, that was an awesome experience I'll never forget. And that definitely slingshotted me and gave me a lot of confidence going into the rest of my career. So I'll never forget that.
How would you compare the Christian Coleman who lined up in that World Championship 100 final to the one who will line up at the National Stadium in Kingston tomorrow?
Man, I'm just a little bit older, a little bit more mature. But I guess you could say I'm a little bit of an older dog, but I'm still the same dog. Like I love to compete. I love track and field. I had the same passion for it as I did then. I just gained a little bit more knowledge and experience and going through a little bit more life. And, I'm happy I feel like I'm just now getting my feet wet and reaching my prime. And so I'm super excited. I use all of those experiences that I've had in the past and try to just continue to build on them. So, yeah.
What are you looking forward to most from this Racers Grand Prix?
Just running fast times and really feeling the energy from the crowd in front of the Jamaican fans and supporters. That's one thing I will say about Jamaica is like they really love track and field. So I'm excited to really feel the energy and get out there and hopefully put on a show for them. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I asked about the Racers Grand Prix goals, but any long-term goals that you set for yourself?
Absolutely. I try not to think too far ahead, but obviously, anybody in the sport right now, who is taking it serious, you want to try to make that world championship team and try to go there and win. So obviously that's the goal. I want to win the world championship just like all of my competitors do. And I just try to just not think too far ahead, just take it one day at a time, one step and one race at a time. And the main goal is just making that world championship team. It's a lot of great U.S. sprinters right now, so it'll be a tough task, just making that team. And so that's the first step, and then try to go to Budapest and bring home another gold medal.
Yeah, Christian, 991 for third place in the LA Grand Prix last week. You had a wind-assisted 978 in Bermuda just before that. What would you say your early season efforts here outdoor would have told you about the season you're setting yourself up for?
Yeah, I think all of these races before U.S. championships are just what we like to call like a dress rehearsal. The ultimate goal is to try to be at your best in July. And so, I like running in these highly competitive races and kind of grinding them out and fixing things as I go along and just kind of getting incrementally, better and better each week and with each race, all leading up to the U.S. championships. So I feel pretty good. I feel like I've put down some decent times, but it's really not about that. It's just trying to execute my race plan and work on my weaknesses, increase on my strengths. And then when we put it all together, try to be at my best in July. So it's been going pretty good so far.
This is always a difficult question for athletes to answer, and I know that, but I'm still going to put it to you. I think you're fast enough to be able to answer this one. But the current crop of male sprinters, so much has been said about Usain Bolt and what he has done and the legacy that he's left, and that includes a world record which is 9:58. And in the history of track and field, the top sprinters have always felt that they're capable of breaking world records. Is that the same in this era, which includes Christian Coleman?
Absolutely. I think, records are meant to be broken. And so, obviously we had, the big man Usain Bolt come through, and he set both the records in the 100 and the 200, and those are my events. And, he set it out there pretty far. So he set the bar pretty high. And I think that we definitely got some guys that are capable of, getting close and maybe even eclipsing it. Obviously, it would take like the perfect day, maybe with, the proper wind and feeling good and having, a stacked field, everybody ready to peak and run fast at their best. Whenever, those type of situations happen, you mix it all in a pot and, magic happens. And I feel like I'm definitely one of those guys that has the capability to be able to do it. And I think that's what all these races are about, just getting incrementally better and better so that, when your adrenaline is rushing and you get into at the line in those championship moments, you're able to drop something special. And so it's super exciting, man. I wouldn't rather have it any other way. I'm glad that the records are what they are. And I think eventually one day somebody will be able to get it.
Yeah, and you're no stranger to records as well as the world indoor record holder at 60. One other quick one, there's a young Jamaican, Christopher Taylor, who had an anti-doping violation recently and clearly must be going through a difficult time. You've gone through a similar experience as well. Given your experience now, and as you pointed out, you have so much more knowledge than you did as the young man who lined up in that World Championship final in 2017. What advice would you be giving to a youngster like Chris Taylor going through what he is now?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really know too much about his situation or, a lot about the case. I did hear something about it. I think it was just a situation with whereabouts. And so obviously I wish him the best. He's a great athlete. I mean, I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Obviously, I've, had my situation where you just, it really just hurts, because you feel as if like your sport is kind of turning its back on you a little bit. And so I think it is unfortunate that we have certain rules put into place that aren't necessarily conducive to young athletes. You just have to live and you learn and be more responsible because, those are the rules that are, set into place right now. And so hopefully in the future we can have certain and better policies set in place to avoid certain mishaps and situations to protect, clean athletes. But I don't really know too much about Chris's situation, but I definitely wish him the best. And I know he'll bounce back and be better for it. You just live and you learn and evolve, grow, and, come back stronger. So I can attest to that.
Yeah, you're definitely testament to that, Christian Coleman. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. I'm sure the Jamaican fans would love for you to ease off the eating a little bit for the next 24 hours so you can be in tip-top shape to produce something special at the National Stadium on Saturday night. We look forward to it.
Absolutely. I feel pretty good, so I'm excited about it. I look forward to seeing all the fans out there, and hopefully it's electric, and I'll try to do my part as well.
All right, thanks very much. Christian Coleman, World 100 champion in 2019. The American set to grace the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica for the Racers Grand Prix on Saturday.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.